Hi everyone, I'm Natasha. I am the Dopamine Stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my Flosstube channel. So I am back. It's been a minute. It's been about 5 weeks actually since I last filmed. A little bit longer than my usual 3 weeks. Usually like to do a video every 3 weeks, but just had a lot going on. I was traveling. I was also, I was pretty sick for a while with a cold, unfortunately. And that kind of lingered for a while. I actually still have a bit of a cough. So apologies if I end up coughing at any point during this video. But yeah, I'm finally back. So yeah, welcome. My name's Natasha. Dopamine Stitcher is the name of my channel. This is Flosstube number 13. And if you're new, welcome. It's so nice to have you. Please consider subscribing if you like what you see. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back to spend some more time with me and see what I've been up to with my stitching and also just in life in general. So just a quick note here, I am in the same room that I usually film in. I filmed in multiple different places if you've been following my channel, but the most recent room that I've been using, this is the same one. I'm just facing a different direction because I didn't like the lighting. I think the way I was facing, I was more like in front of a window, and it kind of caused some problems with like blurriness with showing my stitching work. So hopefully this will be better. Trying it out, trying something new. So yeah. This is going to be focused on all of my progress from the last 5 weeks. And I actually have 7 projects to show you today. Usually I just have 5, but yeah, I got some more this time because I had more time to go through my rotation. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it with the stitching. So I did get quite a bit of progress. I didn't really have any like crazy time where I was like didn't have any time for stitching. I traveled a little bit. I just went up to Oregon, 2-hour flight and back down here to Southern California. So that took away a little bit of time just with the travel, but in general I feel pretty good about how much stitching I got done. I'm pretty much on pace with my goals and everything. So I didn't calculate my average stitch per day this time. Usually it's about 700, and that's my target that I usually shoot for. And so yeah, I currently have 10 whips. There's a couple that have not been shown in a long time, so I will be getting back to those soon, a little later this year. I might talk about plans a bit later, so we'll see. But yeah, so let's just start with the first project. I'm just going to open it up here on my markup RXP. It's so funny taking so long in between filming because it's not like fresh in my mind of what I did exactly. But hopefully it'll come back to me once I start talking. So, all right, so the first project we are going to start with today is the Grand Butterfly Ball. This is artwork by Aimee Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and I am doing the regular size max color version. So this is what it will look like when it is finished. If it's ever finished. Well, hopefully it's my lifetime project, so we'll see if I ever actually get through it. So I'm doing this on 25 count, 1/1 full cross. And I will put up a picture of what it looked like before. And here it is now. Yeah, hopefully that looks good on your end. I think it's a little bit clearer from this direction. So yes, since the last time you saw it, I added 454 stitches. Currently has 15,764 stitches out of a total of 546,832. It is now at 2.88%. So this is a big one, going to be around for a while. This is a very slow one because it is max color. I find that it has lots of confetti in it. So it took like twice as long to finish a page compared to my non-max color pieces. And I go, as you can see, I go clean page by page. That's generally my, the way I like to go. And on when I do page by page this way, just like a strict page by page without even going outside the page at all, if I do it on 1/1 25 count full cross, I find that I don't get page lines, and that's good. There is another project, my main project, that is a 10 stitch, and I am getting some pretty deep lines on there, but I'm gonna just kind of go with it, I think, because it's like almost halfway done. But anyway, this one, yeah, I finished in this page. So the last time you saw it, I still had some more to go on this page here. I had some missing colors that I had to gather together. So yeah, I filled that in, and yeah, I think it's looking great. So yeah, this one right now, I'm doing a page a year. That's my goal, and that'll increase later once I, want to get closer to actually finishing it. I'll probably do, I think it's like I mapped it out, like I've written out like how much I need to do, how long it'll take, what do I need to do to finish it before I'm like 65, and I'm 42 now, so that's like, about 20 years. And yeah, in about 2-3 years time, I'm going to have to bump it up to like 4 pages a year. So that's what I'll be doing, hopefully. So yeah, there it is now. I think it looks great. And so when I go back to it next year, I'm planning to do this next page here. And then I'm going to do kind of like a staggered, like a diagonal pages, I think. So I'm going to like fill in this block, and then I'll probably go like up here and then maybe back down here, and just kind of do like a, kind of like diagonals, but by page, and then kind of let it, flow out this way, just for something different. Because I often do, typically I do just like page by page in the row, and then I go to the next row. But this one, yeah, I'm gonna just try something different. So that'll be the next place to go. So there it is, Grand Butterfly Ball. And I don't even have the bag for this here, because I just took it out and I just folded it up so that you could see the, where I worked, because it's such a big piece of fabric. Okay, next up, let's see here. This is actually another Aimee Stewart. And I don't know if you all follow Heaven and Earth Designs, but she just came out with a new chart called the Traveling Library. I don't think I'm gonna get it, actually. I'm just, because I'm not a stitcher who has like tons and tons of whips. Like I'm trying to do them to have a plan to finish all of them. So I have to kind of narrow down my choices of, like, when I look at charts, I really like narrow it down. Like what am I like absolutely in love with, instead of like, oh, I like that, but I'm not like obsessed with it. So so that was one of those. I know a lot of people are planning to start that, and I don't blame them. I mean, it's awesome. It's like, yeah, go to the site, Traveling Library. It's a really pretty one that's just come out. So, okay, moving on to the next one. So this is the Kitschy Cute Collector. And this is a regular size, regular color. And I am also doing this 1/1 full cross on 25 count fabric. So this is what it will look like when it is done. And I will put a photo up of what it looked like before, of course. This one's got quite a bit done on it, and I'm getting really excited about it. Whenever I see it, I just love looking at it, because it's so many details and so pretty. Here's what it looks like now. So I basically finished another page, and I added 7,003, is that a 3? I'm trying to read my handwriting. 7,315 stitches since the last time I showed it. It now has 105,168 stitches out of 372,185. It is at 28.26%. So I reached the milestone of passing 100,000 stitches, which was very exciting. And then also passing that 28% mark. So yeah, I basically worked on, so this is the page I finished filling in here. So we're starting on this shelf, and got this starburst in there, and then starting with like, there's all these really cute, fun figurines on that shelf there. And so yeah, this one is one of my favorites. I have a goal to finish it in 2029, and I've kind of mapped that out, so I'm on track for that. Just have to get through a certain number of pages every year. And so the next page on this, I'm really excited to work on. It's going to be, got a new iPad cover because my other one fell apart, and it's like, you can't, it folds a little differently. I'm going to actually be going into this section here with, there's all these really pretty, this is like blue and pink, kind of, I think it's like a light that's reflected on the wall. And then these really cute, like kind of funky, kitschy figurines. That's going to be the next page. And it was like, that's going to be so fun to work on. So yeah, I'm excited to get to that. And I should get to that in a couple of weeks. Because I don't know if I want to go through my whole rotation. I've talked about it on previous videos. So, but this is one of my focus pieces, essentially. So I work on this on weekdays, and I alternate it with another focus piece that I have. And so it gets quite a bit of work throughout the year. So yeah, I'm very excited to get to that next page. And yeah, eventually finish. This is going to be a fun one to frame and display eventually. So that is Kitschy. Let me fold it up so I don't have to do it later. I feel like I finish a video and then it's just such a mess, and I have to like put everything back to where it was before. So yeah. Okay. All right, next up we have my main focus piece, and if you've been following me, you probably know what it is. Just get a little sip here. Okay. All right, so this is my lovely magic roses. So this is, again, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. The artist is Jenoviya Art. And yeah, this was like the second chart I bought off of Heaven and Earth Designs. But yeah, I just love those colors together. Those are my probably favorite colors, is kind of like deep teal, blue, and bright pink. So it's perfect. And so this one is being done 2/1 10 stitch on 25 count. And of course, I'll put up a picture of when I last showed it. And I think last time I just had a page finish. So I think now you're going to see the final page on this current row of pages that I'm working on is taking shape. So I actually just have like a few more roses, and I feel like that was a big milestone for me, is after this, like, so this is actually a character here, like a little fairy or something, and then these are roses, obviously. This is it for roses, and then there's no more. I'm done with all the roses on the chart. There are quite a few, so that's kind of a milestone. And yeah, be done with the row, and yeah, I plan on putting in at least 2 more pages on the next row before the end of the year. And I added, since the last video, a total of 6,466 stitches. I now have 150,985 stitches completed out of 320,000. It is at 47.18%. So inching towards that 50% mark. Very exciting. I'm not sure if I'll hit it when I finish this page. I didn't calculate that exactly, like how many stitches there are per percentage, but yeah, we're definitely getting there. So yeah, I've been working this past couple weeks on, it's gone so quickly. If I can get this positioned correctly, this part here, it's just a lot of, it's not a lot of confetti at all. So it's a real nice kind of relaxing evening stitch. Just a lot of greens, obviously, and then pinks, and it's going very quickly. Like I'm getting like over 1,000 stitches like when I do it in an evening, which is awesome because I usually can't get that many. So yeah, there it is. Super exciting. Yeah, this is scheduled to be completed in 2027. I am still on track, and yeah, I'll be really thrilled when it's done. It'll be a big accomplishment. So that's Magic Roses. And I've heard, yeah, a few other people, a few other floss tubers do like to mention it. And Ebony with in Stitches with Ebony, thank you again for shouting me out for it. I really appreciate it. She's also working on this, and I think she's got like maybe a couple pages done. But yeah, it was so sweet of her to shout me out and say to come to my channel to look at it if you want to see more done on here. So yeah, I will keep going. All right, that is Magic Roses. That was number 3. All right, now let's go to number 4. This is one that hasn't been out in a while. I was excited to get it out. Still loading up here. Okay. All right, the next one is this one. This is the mock-up. It's not like the image. It's more like, you know, the mock-up. It shows up differently because it's a Stitches So Beautiful pattern instead of Heaven and Earth Designs. But this is called Under the Lollipop Tree, and the artist is Lucy Magee. And yeah, again, charted by Stitches So Beautiful. This is what it will look like. So pretty. I think my favorite part that I'm the most excited to get to, because right now I'm just in the top row of pages here, which you'll see in a second. This little section of these colors, I just love that so much. It's so pretty. Absolutely love it. And the castle. So yeah, I can't wait to get to the next row there. I will put up a picture of what it looked like the last time you saw it. I can't even remember when that was. It was months ago. Because this is a piece I take out on weekends, like a few months of the year. So I have like weekday pieces and then weekend pieces. So this was a weekend picture of, I'm sorry, this was a weekend piece in August. And here it is now. So quite a bit of progress. Got another bird in there. And there's one more bird that I'm going to get to at the end of this row. This is quite a bit of confetti because it's 125 colors. So it's just like, I feel like when I work on this, it's like, all right, I better be ready for just like color changes, like constant color changes, because the pages are smaller and there's more colors. So it's a lot of like, you know, sometimes when I stitch on those projects like Magic Roses that has, you know, not a ton of confetti, and it'll have like, it'll be on a page and it'll have like 1,000 stitches of the same color and then like 600 stitches of the next color. I can just take the skein of thread, because I work from skeins directly. I don't put them on floss cards or anything. And I can just go out in the living room just with the skein, and I don't have to like sit there with my whole master set. So that's kind of nice. But I know like, yeah, with this one, I have to like take the whole master set and sit it in front of me to be going back and forth. So I added 5,611 stitches. It now has a total of 15,298 out of 120,000. It is at 12.75%. And another note on this, I actually decided to enter this month's Stitches So Beautiful challenge. So if you're not aware, on Facebook, the Stitches So Beautiful business page, not the group, but the business page, they do a monthly sal. You have to do at least 250 stitches a week for full cross or 500 10 stitch, and like post your progress every week. And then you get a free pattern at the end of the month. And this month's pattern was pretty, but I was going to enter it anyway, like because I knew I was going to work on this month. I was like, well, I'll do that, and unless the chart is like awful or something and I don't like it. But I saw it and it was really pretty. It's like a tree in a forest, and I was like, yeah, I could probably maybe do that. So yeah, I've entered that, and then no, they'll have like a grand prize, like they'll spin a wheel for a winner at the end of the month. Usually it's been like a project bag or some kind of an item, but this month the grand prize is actually the person will get a free pattern every month for next year. And it's kind of like, oh God, as if I need more patterns, but I would totally love that. Like, that would be so fun to like pick a new one for free every month. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, there it is now. It's getting a little monotonous because it's just everything is like the same on this row. It's just like these same colors and there's these swirls and lollipops. So I'll be excited to move on. But anyway, there it is under the lollipop tree, just coming along. I don't have a target finish date for this one at this point. But with 120,000 stitches, it's not so bad. So it's like, hopefully within the next few years, it'll get finished. We'll see. All right. So, okay, 2 left. Okay, this next one, I also have some stuff to talk about as I show it. So, okay. Okay, so, and I showed this last time because this was my weekend project for July, and then it'll come out again in, I think, October or November, I'm not sure. It'll come out again. I'll have another like month to work on it this year before it goes away until next year. This one is definitely a different style from my other pieces. It's a long dog sampler. It is the House of Fun. So that's what it will look like when it's finished. It's obviously not black and white. It's going to be in color, if you know anything about me and my style. I will put up a picture of what it looked like before. Okay, and now here we are. Okay, so a couple things about this, so first, as far as the stats, I added, since you last saw it, I added 1,616 stitches. Now has 11,193 total stitches out of 73,594. It's at 15.21%. So as I show this, please ignore this. So there's a little house there that I did in this color, and I don't like it. It's just too light. It's not popping very much. And so because I was debating, I have like a scheme of colors I'm using. It's a combo of Weeks Dye Works and Krynic / Rainbow Gallery Petite Treasure Braid for the metallic. And now it has 1 DMC in it, but yeah, so this is Petite Treasure Braid, gold metallic for the border, and then I've got inside we've got for the just the solid pink, it is Weeks Dye Works in bubblegum, and then for the metallic pink, it's Krynic in Sweet Tart. There's an issue about that. We'll talk about that in a second. And then I also, for the wording for the welcome here, it's a Krynic in Electric Apple. And then I was looking for another one, like a final color to use for all of the houses and the boats. They have it kind of set where I'm doing like the large animals in one color. So this, I don't think I said this one. So this is the variegated, like lime green, yellow, and pink is Calypso, and it's a Weeks Dye Works. And then yeah, so that's all for the large animals are in that. And then the small animals are in the metallic pink, metallic Sweet Tart. And then the rest of it is in just the solid pink, I think that's, yeah, bubblegum. Bubblegum is the solid pink, and then the metallic pink is called Sweetheart. So anyway, I had kind of a whole, you know, plan like, okay, this color matches with this color matches with that. I needed something else for the houses and the boats. I started off doing, this color is called Chartreuse by Weeks Dye Works, just too light, not working. And then I was going to replace it with like a more vibrant green. And so I thought of doing DMC 907. Tried that, tried it in here, didn't like it. It reminded me of pea soup. That's the color, that's what it reminded me of. So I had pivoted to DMC 307, which is a really vibrant yellow. And maybe it doesn't show up too well here, but I think it looks great. So if you just like look here, yeah, there we go. So that's more of like kind of what the whole scheme will be, is right there. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's perfect. I don't know if it's, you know, if a interior design expert would say these colors go perfectly together or not, but I decided I'm going with it. I love it. And yeah, this is going to be, yeah, the final result will reflect this whole color scheme. So yeah, this is where I'm at. And you know, like I said, it's going to come out again on weekends and one more month this year. I'd really like to finish it next year if possible, because I'd really like to display it in my new house that I'm moving into eventually, which I'm going to get to that a bit later on with the life update. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish it like maybe by the end of next summer. That goes pretty quick. You know, it's non-full coverage. It can go faster. It can also be like easier to make mistakes. I'm sure some of you can relate. You have to really count like really, really carefully, just with like spaces in between the objects. But yeah, with having few colors and then having it be non-full coverage, only like 73,000 stitches, really not too bad. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting to the end of that one. And okay, yeah, there is something else I need to talk about other than the 307. And it involves a little bit of haul. So first of all, I mentioned I'm using Krynic and then also the Petite Treasure Braid Rainbow Gallery. Those are both metallic threads. I've really found that Krynic is a lot harder to thread on the needle unless you like fold it in half. So I purchased a threader, which I've not used yet, but it came in. It's from 123 Stitch. It's just this, I don't know, Roxanne needle threader. So still in the package. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know. I've never used one before. It's just this, I don't know, Roxanne needle threader. So still in the package. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know. I've never used one before. So we'll see how that works. But regarding the Krynic, so the pink metallic Krynic, this is what I've been using. So this is the Krynic number four Krynic braid. This is what it looks like. I knew that I was going to run out because this is all I have. I think I got like 3 or 4, but they're going quick because there's quite a few of those little animals in there, which is what I'm using this color for. So I went onto the 123 Stitch website and ordered more, and this is what I got. And I was like, that doesn't look the same at all. And then I realized like, oh no, I ordered number 8 instead, but it almost looks like a different color. Yeah, so it's definitely a little thicker. I don't know why it's not like the same color exactly. But now when I went back to order this one, it's just completely sold out. Can't find it anywhere. Something's up with Krynic. I don't know what it is. To be fair, I haven't like looked, I haven't done like an intense hunt for it, but yeah, I haven't seen it. And it sounds like there's some kind of a like manufacturing issue going on. Like I read they changed their manufacturing location and maybe they got backed up that way. But yeah, I am on the hunt for this. I guess if I can't find this and I need more, I might do this, but maybe like in half cross instead of full cross because it's thicker. But again, I don't want it to look like a big difference. And then I think if I just can't find this at all, I'll probably try to look for like a the Rainbow Gallery Petite Treasure braid. They're in stock like everywhere. So maybe just replace this with like the same color in that, which I don't know. I'm sure I have to look into it more. But anyway, that's my little dilemma is with this whole like pink Krynic thing. Ordered the wrong size. So yeah, when I get back to it and I run out of that spool, we will, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But that's what's happening with that. Okay, 2 more projects to show you. So, okay. Okay, so this is my weekly 500 project. I put in about 500 stitches a week. And, oh here, let me show you the picture first. And it is this one. So it is just called Abstract Eagle, and it is artwork by Dean Russo, and it is charted by Artecy. It is the mini version, but yeah, that's what it's gonna look like when it's finished. I just think it is so cute. I have a thing for bald eagles. If you can't tell, you know, look at these two together. Like this is a piece of art I have that I ordered from Wayfair. It's like a home company. It's kind of, I don't want to say cheap stuff, but it's like you can find most of it on Amazon too. But they have great stuff. They have like really cute like things. So anyway, that's, yeah, I think they look great together. Anyway, we'll see where it ends up going when it's finished and framed. This one is actually being done on an 18 count dyed Aida 2/1 full cross. Put up a picture of what it looked like before, and here it is now. Hey, look, they got the guy's beak coming in, which I'm so excited about. So I got to go, I finished this top row of pages. It only has like 12 pages. It's like 4, 8, 12. So went across there, went to the beak, started filling that in. And I need to work on it more tonight, because today's a Friday. I usually work on it on a Friday. So yeah, I added, since you last saw it, 1,992 stitches. Currently has 20,334 out of 38,000. It's at 53.51%. Little disclaimer there, I am not stitching the background. As you can see, I'm just having the fabric serve as the background. So I marked off all these black stitches that were around here. And that's part of the, you know, completed stitch count. So yeah, it's looking so cute. And this, so I started getting to some of the stars. I think I said earlier in an earlier video that I was thinking about changing the color of some of the stars from like the red, white, and blue to maybe like pink or yellow. But I decided to just stick with, you know, the pattern because it's not like one blue that you can just mix it with. It's like that you can replace with, it's just like, you know, a whole mixture of different colors in there, even if you can't tell from here. There's like multiple blues and things in there. And I was like, well, I don't think I can, that's going to be a lot of work to try to like convert that to, you know, pinks. So I was like, oh, let's just go with it. It's okay. So yeah, there we are. Love it. Okay. All right. And this is project number 7 that I worked on. Quick disclaimer, if this framing looks different, it's because I had to refilm this portion. I had some background noise going on during this part when I was going through, couldn't get rid of it. So I just decided to redo the portion with this particular project. So this last one is called Mexican Circle. And here's the mock-up. So this is from an Etsy shop called Counting the Stars. Really great shop. I would totally recommend it. Lots of cute, like, just like tiles and really vibrant designs. So yeah, definitely check that out. This is what it'll look like when it is finished. However, it's not on a black fabric. It is on a white opalescent 25 count Lugana. And so I will put a photo up, of course, of what it looked like before. And here it is now. So got quite a bit added to it. I added a total of 1,977 stitches, so it now has 5,669 stitches out of 12,732. It is at 44.53%. So this one, I just kind of pick it up like on weekdays. If I'm like, if work is slow or if I have the day off, and just put in some stitches because it is a pretty quick one. Obviously, you know, it's the lowest number of stitches out of all the projects I have. It's only 22 colors, so yeah, it's pretty quick. I'm really hoping to finish it by the end of the year. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I I was hoping to get to 50% by the end of August, but now it's August 29th. I don't think I'm gonna get there. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I am hoping to get it done because then I will get a new start as soon as I finish this, because I have a bunch of new starts planned, and they're gonna start either when I have a finish or next year. So next year, starting with like January 1st, new year, new start, I'm gonna start a new project, and then throughout the year, I'm gonna start about 7 or 8 projects, and then also, of course, to replace. So I'm hoping to get this done so I can get a new start. You know, who doesn't love that? Before the end of the year. And I'd like to make this into a pillow. So either a circular pillow or maybe just a square with, like, you know, the circular object on it, to display in my new house, which again, I will talk about later. So yeah, so this is it. Mexican circle, loving it. I don't know if you can see the sparkle on the fabric, but I absolutely love that fabric. All right, so that is all of the stitching. I didn't have any other haul other than the Krynic that I talked about earlier and that needle threader. Didn't buy any charts in the past 5 weeks, which is a big accomplishment because it is very tempting to just look at new releases from different companies and buy new charts. So yeah, I have a big pile of charts that I need to, you know, I need to get started on some of them. So I didn't want to add to the pile. So hopefully I can keep that up. There was one other thing I wanted to show you though that I did purchase that finally came in the mail. It was waiting a long time. As you may know, I'm a big Bald Eagle fan. And yeah, I follow Bald Eagle nests. Right now they are all on vacation. In North America, the Bald Eagle breeding season is kind of like off. It's off season for the summer and then they come back in the fall. So I'm not talking about that in this video. Normally I'll talk about, you know, updates with the different bald eagle pairs and what's going on. But yeah, I do have a little piece of haul that is related to bald eagles. So the main nest that I follow is the Big Bear, California nest, which is pretty close to where I live. Jackie and Shadow are the pair there. And this year they had 2 eaglets named Sunny and Gizmo. And I got some swag from the organization that runs the cam. I got some magnets. So they're so cute. These little babies. Have them on the fridge. Got them. And I got the mouse pad of the babies. I just think it's so cute. So this is Sunny, this is the older eaglet, and then this is Gizmo, who's like 3 days younger. So yeah, now I can see them all the time when I'm at my computer working. Okay, what else? So yeah, as far as life update, I went up to Oregon for 2 weeks. I had a medical appointment that I needed to go to, so I went for that, visited with my parents, met up with a friend. What else? I feel like there was something else I did when I was up there. I can't remember now. I don't know. Just hung out with the family. Hung out with the cat. We have a cat. My cat Coco, she was originally my cat, but she stays at my parents'. She is like 16 years old, so she's kind of, you know, still having kind of some issues now with I don't know, like she's just an elderly cat, and so yeah, it was just to spend time with her because that's going to be really hard, I think, when we inevitably lose her. That's hard. I've never lost a pet before that I'm like really bonded to, so I think that's going to be difficult. But anyway, so yeah, I want to spend as much time with the cat as possible as she's aging here. Yeah, I was sick with a cold. It was just really dumb and lame. yeah, it wasn't COVID. I tested for COVID and it was negative. So yeah, I don't know. I guess it was just some kind of a head cold, but my cough has just been like lingering, which is just awful. Yeah, and then quick update on my house moving situation if you're interested. Okay, so just quick background if you're not aware. I was supposed to move with my partner, with my boyfriend, into a house in the beginning of May here in I'm in Southern California. We're currently in a kind of a rural mountain area, living in this house out here. We were going to move back to Los Angeles, into the city, into a house that my dad owns. He's owned it since the 70s, but having some issues there. The tenant would not leave. So, and also stop paying rent. So we've been doing an eviction, and that's been insane. Like, I have learned so much about the legal eviction process here. So, hey, that's something like learning something new. But basically, where that stands is we started the actual eviction at the end of June, and we finally got a judgment from the court. So we won the eviction, so that's exciting. They didn't respond, so if they don't respond, like if they don't file anything, then it just goes to the owner, the landlord, and then they issue a writ of possession, so you can basically like take your house back and take possession of it. However, I just found out today from the attorney, it's now in the hands of, so it's gone from the court to the sheriff's department. And apparently it can take, so it goes to the sheriff's department. The next step is that the sheriff will post a final 5-day notice on the door to vacate for the tenant. Just basically saying like, all right, you have been evicted from this house. You have 5 days to vacate. This is your last chance to leave on your own. If you don't vacate, we will come back and forcibly remove you. And you would think it would make sense that like after you get your judgment and your, document from the court saying, okay, we've granted you possession of your house, that they would go post the 5-day notice right away, right? Wrong. Apparently it can take 30 to 45 days for the sheriff's office to process that request, to actually put the 5-day notice up there. Then after the 5-day notice is posted, if they're still in there at the end of the 5 days, you would think they would go back and remove them right away, right? No, again, wrong. It can take another 30 days for them to come back and actually like put a, they have to like schedule a, like they call it a lockout, like a sheriff lockout, where they will go there, they will forcibly remove the person and change the locks. That can take another month. So our attorney said it could be, I guess at the latest, the end of October, which is unbelievable, but I mean, it is what it is. What are you going to do? And meanwhile, and this happens to a lot of people. I guess they said it's just so backed up with like so many evictions going on that, you have to like wait your turn. But yeah, in the meantime, the tenant just gets to sit there in your house for free for another 1 to 2 months. So anyway, hoping it goes faster than the 2 months, but at least we have there's a light at the end of the tunnel now. And as soon as this tenant is gone, go in there, do necessary repairs in the house, and then just start moving in. So that'll be wonderful. My life has essentially been on hold, like completely, until this is resolved. It's just been such a, it's been up in the air. So anyway, that's what's going on with that. That's the latest news. In the meantime, I'm gonna just make the most of things out here up in the mountain, in the country, work on my stitching, and yeah, try to, stay as busy as possible. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's I'm gonna go ahead and go into my weekend. It is Friday. It is Labor Day in the United States on Monday, so have the day off. So it's really nice. Really looking forward to a 3-day weekend. And yeah, I'm planning to, hopefully get lots of stitching done. So thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate all of you. Yeah, just feel free to leave me a comment if you have any questions about anything or just any comments on anything I've shown or talked about here. Yeah, so hope you all have a great stitching few weeks. Hopefully I will be back again in 3 weeks. That is the plan. And yeah, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next one. All right, bye.